What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? NoZoupForYou here, and you're watching some Smaland action. This is another episode of Why Have I Not Been Playing This Ship More Often? And I've played it in the past, and it's a great ship, and I know it's a great ship, but for whatever reason, I just kind of stopped playing it, and this is the first round I've played in it in a very long time. It's actually the first round of destroyers I've played in a while. Well, I played some last week, but it wasn't that great. Honestly, I haven't played destroyers much at all lately. I don't know why. I just really have kind of moved on to cruisers and battleships more in the past or recent times, but as players, we tend to do that every now and then. We play something and then it grows out of favor and we play something else, and that's been the case with destroyers with me. I guess just not enjoying the meta? I don't know. But I'm playing it now, and I'm showcasing that round. But first, before I go into this round, I do want to touch on yesterday one last time, yesterday's video, talking about the Santa crates. And as I suspected, Wargaming did put out a statement. I can't say that my video was the most well-received I've ever done, and I expected that. You know, it's a touchy subject, and I know many of you weren't happy with the situation, and a lot of times I feel like I'm, mopping up after controversy. I guess that's the best way to describe it. You know, something comes out, something big just shocks the entire community, and I feel like I usually come out and try to urge for calm. That's just the way I am. I like to wait, see how things evolve, and I like to give the benefit of the doubt. And I know maybe at times Wargaming doesn't deserve that in the eyes of many, but it really doesn't do that much good for me to go out there and jump on the bandwagon and say, hey, Wargaming sucks, they rigged this, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it doesn't do the community any good, and when a video like that, and not saying that's what the video was like, but, you know, when the rabble has already been roused, there's no point just agitating things even more, which is kind of why I asked for calm, because I knew that Wargaming was going to put out a statement. They said they were going to put out a statement, and I just wanted to wait and see what that statement said, and was hoping beyond all hope it would be something that at least the community would agree with, or it would help to alleviate some of the pain that this has caused. And I don't know if it was really pain, but maybe pain on the wallet. So I'm going to read you real quick what Wargaming said, in case you have not seen yet, in case you've been living under a rock, or for whatever reason this news is new to you as of right now, because I know some of you don't get the news right away. Some of you don't follow the forums. For some of you, this is the only outlet of news that you can get. So this is what Wargaming has said officially. We've received a lot of questions and comments regarding 2020 Santa containers, and we would like to clarify the situation. And I guess they're acknowledging it was a situation. As some of you noticed, certain ships in the containers have much higher drop rates than others, and this is primarily the Makarov. Marakov? No, it's not Marakov. Makarov, I think. I'm horrible at pronouncing ship names sometimes. You all know that. Santa containers have worked like this since the very beginning. And again, this is Wargaming's words. And until 2018, we even mentioned that peculiarity in the item's description. After 2018, it was not present in the description anymore, as it was deemed excessive to already detailed description. The already detailed description. So, cue you all to actually go back in time and look and see if it actually did say that. I don't know how you would be able to check to verify that that is the case or not, but they're saying that in the past, prior to 2018, they did say that, hey, you're not guaranteed these ships, blah, blah, blah. Some ships have a higher drop rate than others. Enjoy your Krasny cream. And I'm kidding there. They continue to say, we're sorry that some of you are left disappointed by the Santa containers this year. We know this is something that a lot of our players look forward to, and the last thing we want is to see you upset approaching holiday season. Thus, we will do the following. And then number one right here is we will work on improving the next Santa event with the feedback and concerns you voiced. So that is good, and hopefully they really do, and next year things run a lot more smooth. Second, until Sunday, December 13th, any player is eligible for a one-time refund request for the Santa crates they purchased. Please refer to customer support if you would like to have a refund. And please note, in order to prevent longer queue times, all purchases you want to refund should be in one request. The refunds will be handled according to the normal procedure. The goods from the containers should still be on your account. Otherwise, customer support will have to do a rollback to restore them and process the refund. Regardless of whether you are considering Santa containers at all, we hope you will enjoy all of the holiday activities and gifts this year. Stay tuned for more news on the upcoming celebration. Thank you, good luck, and fair seas, World of Warships team. So there you have it right there. Wargaming has come out and done somewhat of a mea culpa, not outwardly admitting that things were quote-unquote rigged or there's a tiered system or something to that effect, but they are acknowledging that certain ships do have a higher drop rate. And I do want to say that in the past I have recalled that that's the way it was. And I mean, this is not something specific to Wargaming. I mean, most places, as I just put a full salvo into the side of this poor Bismarck right here, that's the way it is with most loot crates, I guess we'll call them. Loot crates or random containers or gift boxes or whatever you want to call them. I mean, you look at any game and, for instance, Overwatch. What are you more likely to get? That gold level, you know, camouflage that, or not camouflage, skin that you really, really want? Or are you likely to get the blue level skin that, hey, it looks okay, but, you know, that's not really the one I was going for. That's just one example. I mean, that's just the way it is with most games. You're most likely going to get something crappy compared to something good unless you spend a lot to get more. And I'm not saying I agree with it, but I'm just trying to say, hey, let's be realistic here. I mean, that this should be no surprise to anyone at this point, yet it seems that it is. And I can understand why. But Wargaming has acknowledged that, you know, and whether this is in the mission of guild or not, you know, you be the judge. But they're saying, hey, you can get a refund up until December, what did I say, 12th? So I would jump on that if you weren't happy. I would jump on that if you spent $100 and, you know, you only got that Makarov or, you know, a couple other low-tier premium ships that just don't do it for you. Now is your chance to do something about that. And this is very nice of Wargaming. I mean, granted, they were called out on it, and they admitted they were, you know, well, I guess de facto admitted they were called out on it through this announcement. So, you know, good on them. And I mentioned in yesterday's video, I was wondering how they were going to do things and whether this was going to be the route that they took, and apparently it was. So, there you have it. I mean, not much more to it. There was an issue, and Wargaming has presented a solution that I think the community should be happy with. Granted, we shouldn't have wound up in this situation in the first place, but hopefully this puts this whole ordeal behind us. And again, buyer beware as always. I mean, that goes without saying, without, you know, for Wargaming or any other game out there. You know, just be careful. But I know some of you got some good stuff too, so I'm glad about that. But anyhow, back to the Smaland. You know, really enjoyed this round. We kind of made a late push. Things got mired down on the A side of the map. We had a bunch of ships just kind of sitting in the back. I was running up front, just, you know, trying to provide withering fire against the enemy team, and you know, I feel I did a pretty good job to that effect and really kind of paved the way for my team to push forward. And right here, I'm kind of tip of the spear, moving out front. And in this ship, in the Smaland, you really can do that. I mean, you've got really good torpedoes. They're not the most powerful in the world, but they're very fast. They reload very quick. Your guns are really good. You've got speed. You've got radar. You've got anti-aircraft capability. I mean, basically, this ship is the full package for a DD. It's got everything you could possibly want, including a heal. So I feel very comfortable in this ship and taking it out in the front. Granted, this round, a little lucky. There wasn't much radar to worry about. That's always the X factor right there. And, you know, the round for a while, it didn't look like we had a chance of winning it. It was only right around this point right here that we turned things around, when we evened up ship to ship, and now this poor Iowa, this straight line sailing Iowa that I think is currently wearing no camouflage. The poor guy, I mean, heavens to Murgatroyd. I'm just going to rain down fire on him and everything else. I'm not going to sink him, though. I think I did set 2 fires on him, but someone else got him. Which, you know, when you say focus the Iowa, every single ship should be firing at it, and in that situation, whoever gets it, gets it. And I forget who did, but Iowa went down pretty quick, and once he went down, I figured that it was pretty much over. I mean, yeah, there's 2 fires right there, but the Minnesota got him. The Tier 9 counterpart, the tech tree split, the Minnesota, which I don't like that much. Kind of wish I was over there. I would have loved to have taken on that gearing one-on-one and just absolutely slaughtered it, but just not in the right place. Things didn't work out. He's not going to be around much longer with our aircraft carrier, who, you know, he hasn't sank any ships, but I think our aircraft carrier did a fairly good job this round. I mean, he kept things lit for me. He kept things lit for the team. You can't ask more from an aircraft carrier than to spot. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice if they sank the entire other team. Doesn't always happen. Their carrier now is really their last line of defense, and he's kind of in desperation mode right now. Really, he's not going to be able to do that much. Again, Smaland, great AA. I'm already up at 133,000 damage. I mean, not a spectacular round by any stretch of the imagination, but for not having played destroyers that much recently, for really not having played them, I'll take how I've done this round, and I'm just going to go after this Baltimore right now. He's kind of running away. He's not even aiming at me. I'm going to try and catch him on fire and just see what damage I can do. And lo and behold, look at that. I'm going to hit the brakes right now because Mr. Lexington has just kind of popped into view. And he's just sitting there. I mean, I kind of wonder what he was thinking here. I mean, he's not even behind that tall island. He's nestled between the islands, and Captain Wiggles here, he's like, oh crap, I'm out of here. He's slowly moving, but by now it's a little too late. I'm getting fires. There's a Confederate, which 150,000 damage. You know, I like Smaland. Fast rate of fire. Again, this really opened my eyes that maybe the ships, the destroyers that I have been playing, I need to kind of put on the shelf for now and play ships like this. I think Daring was the last why am I not playing this more round that I had. And Lexington's going to go down. We're going to take the victory here. Just a really welcome back to destroyers for me. I mean, it kind of rejuvenated my love of them, and definitely of the Smaland. So all it takes is one good round for you to get back that loving feeling, and that's what happened here. So, yeah, lots of fun. But again, guys, get that refund if you want it. Make sure you do not sit on that. I'd hate to see you miss out. And hey, look at this. Right where I belong on top. Anyhow, thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. I'm out.